Gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Confessions of a Type 2 Diabetic in Denial. My name is Jason Morgan. I'm a certified fitness professional and nutritionist with over 25 years in the fitness industry. I'm a public speaker, published author, and I'm known as the world's leading authority on helping men who are a little older now, men who are at high risk of developing or have already been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I help you build muscle, burn fat, and take back control of your life. I coach slightly older men like you to take back control of not just your health, but all aspects of your life as a man by attacking type 2 diabetes head on with proven natural strategies, winning your battle over type 2 diabetes. I myself am a type 2 diabetic, and like many of you watching, I was in denial about having type 2 diabetes. I was in denial about all the negative effects it had not only on my health, but also every other aspect of my daily life. If you're a man like me, who's a little older now, at high risk of becoming a diabetic, or you're a man that is a little older and has already been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, then today I want to get real with you. I want to talk to you, and men just like you and me, about a truth most fitness professionals and coaches won't tell you. Do you know what question is the hardest for me as a fitness professional to answer more than any other question I get from men just like us? It's any question that starts with, what's the best? You want to know why? Because when it comes to building muscle, burning fat, and gaining back control over all aspects of your life, winning your battle over type 2 diabetes, it's always going to depend. Gentlemen, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Very little, if anything, is black and white. It's all going to fall into this huge gray area, and it's always going to depend. It's going to depend on your goal. It depends on the training approach, and most of all, it's going to depend on you. One of those questions I'm asked to answer most often is, what's the best rep range for building muscle? Well, quite frankly, the answer is all of them. Research suggests that somewhere around 8 to 12 reps is the optimal rep range for building muscle from a hypertrophic manner. And if you stuck to that, you probably would see good progress. But if you want the best possible progress as a man who's a little older and concerned with your battle against type 2 diabetes, you need to train through multiple rep ranges. Strength is typically geared somewhere in the 6 rep range. Now, you can't get big without being strong. Maintaining and adding strength should be an important goal as we age, and more importantly, especially as men with type 2 diabetes. Getting stronger is one of the best ways to increase muscle tension and damage, but the stronger you are in the lower rep ranges, the more you'll be able to lift in higher rep ranges as well, thus increasing tension and damage to the muscle further, instituting repair, which in turn causes muscle growth. Now, for hypertrophy, 8 to 12 reps is the range generally considered through most research. This range typically provides the best mix of tension and damage to maximize muscle growth. The loads are heavy enough to increase or to create adequate tension while still being able to keep the reps high enough to induce enough microtrauma to the muscle fibers. This also creates some metabolic stress as well. As a man who's a bit older, this metabolic stress helps increase your sensitivity to insulin and is an important part of controlling and possibly reversing your type 2 diabetes. Now, let's say you're training for more endurance. We're in the 15 plus rep range now. Now, the loads aren't necessarily high enough to create a huge amount of tension by themselves, but high rep ranges drive a ton of blood and nutrients to the muscles, and the effects can be multiplied by concentrating on squeezing and elongating the muscle through the full range of movement. This creates a perfect metabolic stress environment for men with type 2 diabetes. Each of these rep ranges provides its own benefit when it comes to building muscle for slightly older men with type 2 diabetes. Alone, they're going to provide good results. Together, they provide great results. How do you know what set ranges to use for which exercises when? Gentlemen, keep it simple. If your workout leans to the more intense, heavy, low rep sets, then keep your total number of working sets low. I'd say around 9. Whereas you may go to 12 to 15 total working sets if you're utilizing lighter weights and higher reps. Remember, the goal here is to overload the muscle with enough stimulus to induce muscle growth and adaptation. Any more can be detrimental to your results, and any less is unlikely to produce the results you seek. As a man who's a little older and struggling with type 2 diabetes, it can be confusing. That's why having someone who has gone through the same issues as you, someone such as myself, with a trained eye and years of experience to cut out all the misinformation for you, it will help you achieve results much faster than going at it on your own as a man with type 2 diabetes. Now, as a man who's a little older and you're battling with type 2 diabetes, you're not on this journey alone, gentlemen. It's my passion, it's my life's mission to help men just like you and me, men with type 2 diabetes or men at high risk for developing type 2 diabetes. Hey, I will gladly schedule a free 15-minute call to answer any questions or discuss any topics of concern you may have as a man with type 2 diabetes. Take the first step to taking back control over your type 2 diabetes and change your life and your body forever. You can email me at jason@jasonmorgantraining.com. Leave me a comment below this video, or better yet, call me at 910-227-4743 today, and I look forward to connecting with you.